Okay, now that you have watched the video, the Slope Dude video, I want you to take a minute and I want you to copy this information on your paper at the top. So this is just a graphic of what Slope Dude said. Remember that as he was going up the hill, he said puff, puff, positive. As he was going down, he was saying nice, negative. When he got to that flat horizontal piece, he was saying this is zero fun. And then when he fell down, the vertical line was undefined. So this is a really good way for you to remember the 4 different types of slope. So we have positive, negative, zero, and undefined slope. Okay, so if you need to pause the video in order to get that information down, then please do so. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to move my screen here. There we go. And we're going to fill in this information. So slope can also be defined as rise over run. So the rise is known as the height of the triangle, and the run would be the width of the triangle. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at a graph and we're going to find the slope of the line on that graph, and we're going to do that by making slope triangles. Okay, so a few things. When we are finding the slope, we're going to count spaces instead of lines, and we're always going to reduce or simplify our fractions. And then we want to ask ourselves WWSDS, or in other words, what would Slope Dude say? So remember, what would Slope Dude say? Is it a positive slope, a negative slope, zero slope, or would it be undefined? So let's do this first example. So if you want to find the slope of a line, first you're going to identify 2 points that are on that line. Now when you identify those 2 points, you're going to find where the line crosses the grid lines in perfect squares. So for example, this is a perfect point, and this is a perfect point. And there may be more than one, because this is also a perfect point that we can find. We only need to use 2 of them. So you're going to draw a slope triangle, which is just a right triangle. And then we're going to count those spaces. So this is 1 unit, and then this one is 1, 2, 3 units. Now slope is, we wrote up above, is our rise over our run. That rise is going to be the height of your triangle, or the vertical change. So that's going to be 1 unit. The run is going to be the width of your triangle, or the horizontal change, which is a 3. So we get 1 over 3. But now we need to ask ourselves, what would Slope Dude say? So this is the same as going downhill. So if we go all the way back up here to the top, it looks the same type as this. He would say nice negative. So let's write that in. Nice negative. So that means that this line has a negative slope. So the slope is not 1 over 3. It is negative 1 over 3. Go ahead and let's highlight that. So this line has a slope of negative 1/3. Let's go to this next one on the right. So for this one, well, this one is a horizontal line. So if I'm going to find 2 points, and there are several points, I can't really make a triangle here. Remember, Slope Dude would say this is zero fun, which means that this line has a slope of 0. If you were trying to do rise over run, well, the height of that triangle, if you thought of it that way, where the vertical change is none, it doesn't go, you're not increasing at all. The run would be 1 unit. Well, 0 over 1 still simplifies to 0. But the easiest way to look at this one is to remember that this is that horizontal line. Slope Dude says this is 0 fun, so it's a slope of 0. Okay, let's do this problem. Well, this is another special case. Remember, on this one, slope dude would say undefined. So the slope here is undefined. Okay, the vertical change and horizontal change is very difficult to do here. You can't make one of those slope triangles like we did in the first example because it's just that vertical line. So this has an undefined slope. Now this last one I can make a slope triangle for. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to draw in a slope triangle. Now I picked 2 points, 2 perfect points, and there are actually 3 perfect points that I have to choose from. These are the ones I picked. So I see 1, 2, that's 3 units, and this one is 1 unit. So I'm going to do rise over run. So the rise is the height of your triangle. The run is the width of your triangle, so I get 3 over 1. Oh, let me move my picture. There we go. I get 3 over 1. And 3 over 1 can be simplified to 3. And then is it positive, negative, 0, or undefined slope? Well, this is going uphill. So this one is puff, puff, positive. Okay, so you should have highlighted the 3. And then again, we've written puff, puff, positive up there because this is a line with a positive slope. So the slope is positive 3. All right, going to the next page. So the next 2 pages, there are a total of 10 problems. So now you're going to find the slope of a line. So the directions say, A, write the coordinates of the 2 points shown on the following graphs. B, find the slope, which is defined as M, of the line connecting those points. So we'll do the first one together, and then you can try on your own. So for number 1, I see that this first point, oops, wrong color, sorry about that, is at 2, 3, and I also have a point at 8, 6. Try and write that better. Okay, if I draw in my slope triangle for this, okay, it looks like this is 1, 2, 3 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 units. So when I do that rise over run, the height of the triangle would be 3, the width would be 6, and that simplifies to 1/2. And what would slope dude say here? He'd say puff, puff, positive. So my slope is positive 1/2. And I'm going to highlight that. So go through each of these problems, problems 2 through 10, and fill in the information. And then after you've done that, then come back and check with me. So let's pause the video and you go do that. Welcome back. Hopefully you did well with this activity. So right now I'm showing you problems 2, 3, and 4. You may need to pause the video in order to effectively check your solutions. And if that is the case, please remember that you can do that. You can also rewind back if need be. So please make sure that you have indicated whether the slope was positive, negative, or 0 on the graph. Remember, what would slope dude say? You should have also drawn in the right triangles and included the work over here on the side. Now, the one for 0 slope, I didn't make a right triangle for that one because it's just that horizontal line, so I can't draw in a slope triangle for that. So we just know that that slope is 0. Also, on number 4, you are supposed to reduce and or simplify a fraction. In this one, you got 9/5, which could be rewritten as the mixed number 1 4/5. However, when we do slope, it's not the same as a traditional fraction. Slope is the ratio, the horizontal change and the vertical change, or the rise over the run. So we leave those as those improper fractions. So make sure for number 4 you have it left as negative 9/5. Okay, and here are the solutions to 5 through 8, and then I'll slide the paper up so that you can see 9 and 10 in just a second. Again, make sure that you have included the necessary work, and if you need to pause the video so that you can get this, so that you can more effectively check your solutions, please do so. Pay particular attention to number 7. That one is a vertical line, and vertical lines have an undefined slope. So just like with number 8, where we had 0 slope, those two, you can't draw in a slope triangle for those. So you just know it's either undefined or 0. Okay, once you have completed this assignment, please upload it. Remember, if you have any specific questions, please contact your teacher. And then after this has been submitted, you'll be able to complete the independent practice for this lesson. Good luck.